What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Dwayne Freeman back with another boxing matchup video. In this video, we're going to discuss how the president of the WBC, Mauricio Sunuma, has came out and said that Devin Haney is not the WBC champion. So Mauricio Sunuma was in an interview and he came out to discuss that Kambosos should be recognized as a undisputed champion due to the fact that Devin Haney did not fight Lomachenko for the WBC belt. And basically, Devin Haney has a secondary championship belt. They're not recognizing Devin Haney's belt as the real WBC belt. So basically what happened was Lomachenko had fought Luke Campbell for the vacant WBC belt. And Lomachenko had won the WBC belt in that matchup. Devin Haney was the mandatory for the WBC championship. Lomachenko had requests to be franchised, and so it was reported at that time that Lomachenko had dropped the WBC belt and had gotten a franchise belt, and Devin Haney was awarded the WBC belt. But now they're saying that the WBC belt that Devin Haney was given was a secondary belt. It was not the actual WBC championship belt. The franchise belt is the actual WBC championship belt. But in that case, how can you say that that belt is not the real WBC belt? Because that's the same belt that Jamal Charlo has when Canelo Alvarez had gotten the franchise belt, but they recognized Charlo as the real WBC champion. So Lomachenko had fought Talifimo and he lost to Lopez, and Lopez had the other belt, which gave him the IBF belt, the WBA belt, the IBO belt, and he requested for the WBC franchise belt and the Ring Magazine belt. So they're now saying that Tio was supposed to be recognized as the undisputed champion, as well as Kambosos, being though that Kambosos beat Tio in their matchup earlier this year. So now that there's trying to say that Devin Haney belt does not matter as a real WBC belt, it's a secondary belt. So now Devin Haney fighting Kambosos would not be for a undisputed championship. It would be fighting the undisputed champion, which, like I said, it doesn't make sense because Jamal Charlo has that same belt, and they recognize Jamal Charlo as the WBC champion. Canelo was awarded the franchise belt because he did not want to fight Jamal Charlo, and he was given the WBC championship belt. So you recognize the WBC championship belt in another weight class, but you're not recognized the WBC championship when it comes to Devin Haney. It's just Devin Haney's being awarded a WBC championship. Now, we all know the reason why that is because Lomachenko is trying to fight Kambosos for those belts, and they basically wants to call Lomachenko the undisputed champion. So I'm not sure exactly what Devin Haney is going to do, because like I said in previous videos, Devin Haney is not getting any fights now, and he has the WBC belt. So if he drops that belt now, because they saying it's not a real belt, it's a secondary belt, and they trying to give it a new name. I believe they're trying to call it the Pride Championship, WBC Pride Champion, or whatever, and then WBC Franchise Champion, which the Franchise Champion is supposed to be the real belt. That's what they're trying to make now. But if he drops that belt, he pretty much not going to get any fights, because he's barely getting fights now. The only fights he's getting are mandatory fights. So I'm not sure if he's going to drop the belt and stay at 135, or if he's going to drop the belt and move up to 140. So there's more to be seen what happens behind this. So I'm going to keep my ears to the ground and keep looking for more information and more news on this, because I'm quite sure it's going to be a big outlash after this interview had came out. So I will have more information for you as it be developed. Thanks for watching my video. This your boy, Dwayne Freeman, Boxing Matchups.